Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to divide by sheep. Let's hop into the next puzzle. We've got a TNT platform again. First we want 5 sheep. There are 5 sheep here, but if I just went 5 sheep here and 5 sheep there, then the platform would be gone. So the first thing we have to do is we have to protect the platform, which you would think means you have to swap with these two swap platforms, and then you would think means you have to put something here, and what I'd like to put here would be 3 sheep. But to do that, I would have to basically lose all of these sheep here. Maybe that is the move. That's a lot of sheep to lose. To then do this. To then secure the platform. And then that means here. I think there's something more to this. Probably. That's 4. Yeah, you're just losing too many sheep in that layout. So these have to go this way. Yeah. So it's probably smarter to just do that. And that gives us 5, which means we can take these 5 to feed that. Okay. We have 4, we want to turn that into 2. What would be the safest way to turn 4 into 2? Well, it's either going to come down to, do we need 2 here to then leave us with 4? Or do we want 2 here to then leave us with 6? 6 minus 3 would give us 2. 4 minus 3 would give us 1. I just don't want to do the math. And that is just certainly a potential problem with any puzzle game, is that you may just not want to do the math. If I put these 2 here, wonder if that would have changed things. Okay. So we have 6 here. We move these 3 around. And then... no, actually I think this works. If you just put this here and do that. And that. Yeah, my brain is quickly turning to mush as I'm trying to make a lot of these episodes in a row. And yeah, you do have to have a certain level of basic mathematical skill. Otherwise you are going to not be able to solve these puzzles. Let's just test that to see what happens. That's what I thought would happen, but it was worth trying to figure it out. So weirdly, I can like add things to this. But I need to either get these wolves here or these wolves here. And I also need to pretty much leave 2 pairs of 3 sheep when all is said and done. 3 wolves here would turn into 3 wolves here, would turn into 1 wolf there. Yeah, let's try it. Let's do this. Let's do that. That secures this platform. Let's do this. That secures us with a 2. So now we need to get to 2. In the right spot. And that at least lets us skip to the next level. Then I guess what you can do is you can just move these all around to get 3 wolves. And then here we can just, well, we can't swap, but we can combine it over here and do that. We're on level 22, so I'm not sure how many more are even in this world. We want 4 sheep and no swaps now. So we are just doing kind of a basic, back to basics solution. The 5 here and the 4 here would equal 9, which would give you exactly 1 sheep, 1 spot. We need 3 wolves at some point, so we need 1 wolf extra. So my thought would be that you probably have to do this, and then we want 3 wolves. If I do 3 here, there would be 1 extra there. And then we want 4. 4 then 3, and that just doesn't seem like that's likely to happen. So you can do this to get 3, and then you're just going to overshoot it by a bunch. And then you just have no more sheep at all. This could be the loss of just 2 sheep. So maybe that helps somehow. And then maybe by reducing this here, I mean, you just feed everything here though, and it would just fill every spot. So that can't be part of the solution. It could be part of the solution, is just doing that, but that too doesn't really accomplish anything, does it? Suppose if you did this, then you have 9. And from 9, maybe you could reduce it down to 3 wolves. Okay. So now we have 3 wolves. And then what do you do at that point? There's still really no way you get 4. This is probably just super easy math that my brain does not want to engage with. There we go. There's our 3 wolves. That seems right. But you couldn't put any more sheep here. So then you've got to break something here. I just don't see how you break something. There's 3 sheep. Here's 4 sheep. Four sheep then becomes 3 sheep again. And you're 1 short. So these 4 sheep. If we threw everything here, then we jumped these guys. The math is slightly different, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Four sheep here. That's 1 part done. Then 3 sheep out of the 5 is doable. But we won't have the wolf solution, whatever. No, 4 sheeps. Didn't do it right. 3 sheeps. There. Okay. And then this is just not doable. Anyways, moving on. Next puzzle. A lot of these puzzles feel like they are the exact same layouts, if not the exact same puzzles that we've already done with just slight variations. And so we should have learned the solutions already. I'm not going to even begin to claim I have learned the solutions, but yeah. Okay. That's going to leave room just for 5 to do that much. Then 2 for that much. And I guess the question now is, can we get 5 where we want it? I don't think we can, because nothing's gonna swap there. You're gonna throw that, and then you're gonna throw that, then you're gonna throw that. All the swapping action here would have played a role. Let's see. That gives you 5 and saves that area, which almost certainly that is the first move. Then a question if the trick isn't to do something like this. Nope. That won't work. Moving on. And so now we have some kind of wolf trap platform where if wolves land on the platforms they get trapped. Interesting. Let's see if that really works that way. We just got an achievement for doing that. It's a trap. Star Wars meme. Okay. So the problem that you're going to run into is losing all your wolves when you need the wolves for mathematical reasons. We can solve this first one at the very least here. And then there's just no way to get to 2s. In best case scenario, you're just going to get down to 5s. Let's try that again. This one eats all of those. So I suspect the move is probably just to do that. To start with. And just get rid of all of those. And then I wonder if this isn't a case where we are supposed to just spin around. You lose 1 that way. This would get us to 3. Or I throw this back this way and this would get us to 2. But it does seem like you're just gonna lose way too many sheep in that whole process. Although I did add 2 here, so that would have been 4 to start with, and would have given us a 2 to start with. So it may very well just be a case that you do that, throw that there, get rid of all of those, do that, do that, do that, do that, do that, do that. Then you just cycle around and you lose a lot of sheep, but it doesn't matter to get that. We must be pretty close to being at the end at this point. We're at 25. Although we may not be anywhere close, actually. Where are we? Yeah. There's still a whole nother row. There are 30. Yeah, that would make sense. There's 30 puzzles per world. Each can get 3 stars. There's 90 stars per world. Basic math. Okay. We want 3 wolves. Which means we have to feed the wolves. This would give us 1. Then we could go around for all the others. Let's see if that's correct. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna be right, to just go around here like this, then go around like that, then go around like that. I mean, that does solve it, so we can at least do the next puzzle. But then there's no way you're really gonna get the right number of sheep, let alone have 2 remaining sheep. Let's try that again. If we throw these here, they'll eat the wolves and get rid of the wolves. Maybe that's the right move. And then from that we could have like, we could have this come this way and do that, and then we have 3 wolves. I know I'm saying this, this, and this a lot. I end up doing that quite often. Okay. So at least that gets that done. Then if you threw that one that way, that gets the next one done. So then it would just come down to, can we end up with 2? And I think the answer is yes. Yep, we did it. Now, weirdly here, I still just don't feel like there's been enough learning as I've powered through so many of these puzzles to go back to like a puzzle like this one, and see if there is some new mathematical thought process that I could implement. I mean, I see I have a 5 here, and I need a 3 at some point, and I need a 6. So I could see like doing that, and then that, and that. Then I could see doing this to get to that. And I guess it just wasn't. No, I still don't see why you're going to end up with a 3 here. I almost thought you could get to a 3. But no, you end up with 4. And so then you just end up over delivering. I don't see a way that you could get to a 1 on that puzzle. Once again. Suppose you could end up with a 4 here. Or you could end up with a 5 here. You pretty much have to play that way. Even if you didn't play it that way, there'd just be a lot of other tricks you'd have to do. I could add to this to get to 4, but I can't really add to it to get to 3. Could do this to add to 4. Yeah, it almost feels like the puzzle is broken, and I'm not ready to make that claim yet, but it does feel awkwardly imbalanced. Okay, so I have 4 here. If I was to bring this down to 2, would that do anything for me? No. There's just no way that works. If you lose those, and then you have the 4, and then you have the 6 here, then you have nowhere enough for that. You just, in total, there's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 sheep, and it wants 12 of them, so you can only lose 1 sheep. And I don't see any way that you lose 1 sheep. You would have to, I guess, maybe do that. And then to lose 1 sheep, you would go over here and do something like that. Which doesn't help you in that corner. You could maybe do that. But that really doesn't work either. Yeah, I'm trying my best here. Yes, my brain is drained, but it just doesn't feel like there is a sequence in which you can, like, if you go this way with this one, you lose too many sheep. You can only lose 1. If you go this way, you lose all of your sheep. So you have to go that way. That has to be step 1. That then severely limits you to either figuring out how to split a 2 pair into 1, which is impossible. So the assumption is that you do have to do this, and that is just the next step. Which then that inherently puts you in this position where you could play this 3 pair now, or you play a 5 pair and bring it down to a 4 pair for no reason. So it makes it seem like that has to be that is the next step. And you can't jump in any other directions. So either you would go this way and reduce it down to 2, which is wrong. The only other thought would have to be something along this lines. So now you have like a 4 on that. Which that wouldn't really do anything. But you go from this 5 to this, you would lose 1. And that's the max you can do. So then you do that, and then let's say you throw that there, and then let's say you throw that there. Oh wow. There is a solution to this. When everything in my mind was telling me that there just wasn't. That there was no way to do it at all. And the solution actually isn't even particularly complicated. It's just getting on a different track of thinking and trying something differently. Which I think that probably does confirm my theory here that we should just race through the puzzles and not return to them until we've gotten all the way to the end. Because, yeah, by the time I'm at the end, there's a higher chance I'll have forgotten the puzzles and I'll approach them from a fresh perspective. We can do Dark World now. We would need to do some of Dark World to get the remaining, what would that be, 56 stars? You're not going to get 56 stars in just Ice World, but we will do puzzle 26 and at least try to do all the remaining puzzles. We ended this world very nicely, and we're almost certainly not going to end as nicely on this one. There are, I think, 4 worlds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 worlds. So a slight danger, I guess, about worlds getting very, very difficult. We also haven't seen any pigs or death in the game, so I guess there will be a late game addition. Feels like we've spent a decent amount of time in this game already. I still feel like the parental control and bloody and goriness is silly to have that content in the game in the first place. And so I'm glad there is a parental control, even though it's not really a parental control. That is something I think Steam needs to address more. There is no real requirement or age rating system, no requirement really to even submit a specific age range when you submit your game to Steam. You do have to disclose, and you're supposed to accurately disclose what kind of potentially objectionable content is in your game, but it doesn't inherently mean a specific age range, whereas Valve and Steam really should just have a system, a better system than even the kind of decades old ESRB system to rate games, separate from the ESRB ratings, so you don't have to pay the ESA and the ESRB, which is a subsidiary of the ESA, to get a rating, which can be quite expensive. And that's why you see a lot of PC games not bothering. But yeah, if Steam implemented its own age rating system, then the next step would be that they could implement a good system for filtering out certain games from certain stores on certain accounts, which they do a little bit of that for adult games and basically nothing else. By default, there are some other things you can toggle, but nothing that would really make a parent feel really secure to let a 10-year-old just use their credit card willy-nilly on Steam, let alone the fact that a 10-year-old with a credit card on Steam would spend thousands of dollars in games, I'm sure. Anyways, we're going long and I'm kind of rambling. That's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.